Systems has recently announced the final piece to the Holy Trinity. Xrd is finally getting rollback netcode. Well, not immediately, but they will be doing testing, and I'll be honest, I'm really excited. While I'm not an old school Guilty Gear player by any means, I think this was the version of the game that I personally had the most fun playing. But it's been a while since I've touched the game, so I thought it would be fun to see what this quiz gives me, and who knows, maybe I'll give the results a try. Now, back when I did play this game, I played Kai, poorly, and Heian, also poorly. So, will I get these characters again? Not sure, but it will be interesting. And also, for a little bit of reference, these are the characters that I like in other fighting games. I think over the last couple years, I ended up liking characters that have a bit of risk-reward to them because they have their neat mind game potential in their movement or in their moveset, or they have a Rekka. I like Rekkas because being able to press one button and doing cool things is pretty neat. So let's just jump right into it. Question 1. What is most important to you? Doing one thing and doing it well, having tools for every situation, how well I emotionally connect with my character, aesthetics, feeling suitably reward when I perform well. So here's the thing, I've never been a player that emotionally connects with my character until after I pick that character as my main. So for instance, I like Byakuya from Under Night a lot, and I don't hide that fact, but I ended up really liking him after I really liked his playstyle first. I think when I personally look for a character, I tend to look for characters that have a lot of tools for me to play with. So I think number 2 is most suited well for me, I think. Question 2, who's your favorite character in the story? Now, I have the benefit of knowing Strive's story because those story mode stuff are movies. But in those movies, we already know Ramlethal has calmed down a lot. Baiken's now a mom, Soul's retired, and Kai has Dragon install. So I really like Kai a lot, but I think story-wise, Sin's probably one of my more favorite characters because whatever he does is always funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and click Sin. Which character do you think looks the best? Aesthetically? Wow, this one's a tough one because I actually really like Guilty Gear designs a lot. And while Strive did change a lot of the designs from Xrd, as it's like a side grade. They're all top tier, and then they side grade upgraded, Raven's really cool. I really like Raven's fit. Johnny's always really cool. I've always thought Elfelt was really pretty, but I know how the community feels about Elfelt, so I'm really hesitant on picking her. But you know what? I'm not part of the Guilty Gear community, baby. Elfelt, baby. Which character do you relate to the most? Who is a immigrant child that grew under tiger parents? Is there a Guilty Gear character that has that? Is that Sin? But Sin trained under Soul, so that doesn't make any sense. Soul's not really a tiger parent. He's more like, I don't really give a fuck. But then Kai and Dizzy, I feel like Kai would be the type of person that would make sure Sin's getting all the academics that he needs, but at the same time, Kai was never there. You know what I mean? Sin was with Soul. Well, I'm describing Kai, who I actually really like, as the world's worst parent, but in reality, he's the one that gave Sin one of his eyes so that he could pass as a human. So Kai's not the worst father, but I'm really explaining it like he is. Honestly, which character do I relate to the most? Probably Bedman. Because I'm in bed all day. I'm a lazy piece of shit. I don't relate to any of these guys. Is that my answer? I want to skip this question. But I'm trying to answer every single one. That way we can get the world's accurate result for the JaeAIK character. You know what? I will just go with Ben Man. What character do you think looks the worst? What character do I think looks the worst? Potemkin. But mainly because I hate looking at his face and I hate grapplers. Let's get Potemkin. And then what character is your least favorite in general? Potemkin. Question 7. What sort of moral system do you like in a character? Any sort of good. I don't really enjoy playing assholes. I like characters with good intentions that bend the rules to accomplish their goals, like either chaotic good or a jerk with a heart of gold. I like pure good or heroic characters, not the morally gray sort. I like neutral characters. I love to play the villain. I have no strong feeling one way or another. Yeah, I honestly don't have any strong feelings one way or another. I don't care. I mean, judging by my most recent favorite characters that I like playing, they are all kind of assholes though. Maybe I do like assholes. Do I like assholes? But I play Kai in Stride. I've played Kai in Xrd. Kai's not an asshole. Is he an asshole? Oh my god, why am I having like a midlife crisis about my character choices right now? Are they good? Yeah, no, I have no strong feeling one way or another. Do you have a character gender preference? Nah, I don't really care. When in a match, what's your primary focus or favorite thing to do? 1. Keeping the pressure on my opponent. I really like that. Outmaneuvering the foe. Oh, I really like that too. Mind games. Ooh, I like that too. Executing the right combos in the right situation. See, my brain isn't big enough to have more than like 3 combos in my head at any given time, so probably not that. But it is satisfying to land combos, especially ones that you did practice in training mode. It does feel good the first couple times when you finally land that in a game. But I think for me, my favorite thing to do is definitely within recent years is kind of like mind games, and then number 2 it would be kind of keeping the pressure on my opponent. But I think right now I kind of really like just that like mind game thing that's going on in fighting games. What's the most important or enjoyable quality in a character for you? Damage. Everything else is secondary. Health points. I want to last long in combat. Mobility. I like going fast or enjoy unconventional movement options. Utility. Give me a lot of tricks, tools, and options to play with. I would prefer to play an all-arounder. So I think if this was JaeAIK like 5 years ago, I think I would have clicked the last one. I would prefer to play an all-arounder because the character choices that I liked playing at that time were basically just all Shotos. I really liked being able to play in every kind of point in the stage. But as I continue to mature in the fighting game genre, you know, going from age 1 to age like 3, I guess. So I didn't grow much. I think, but you know, within that, you know, growth, I think I like playing characters that have mobility. I like playing characters that have wacky kind of mobility options built into them. So I think I would go with mobility. Do you have fun when zoning? Why would they ever ask that? Hell no. Do you have fun playing with a rushdown playstyle? I don't really have a preference. I guess it depends on what kind of like rushdown it is, right? Like, I do enjoy playing glass cannons. That's fine with me, but would you consider glass cannon? Yeah, glass cannons are rushdowns. Do you enjoy playing the one-player game? I love getting opponents into a situation where they cannot really do anything. I'm fine with doing it sometimes if the need arises. I would play a more footsies neutral 2-player game, no preference. So I think because I played a lot of Shotos, I do feel like I have a decent grasp on how the neutral game should be played. But, you know, if the situation calls to me where I just have better frames, right, then I am fine doing it sometimes if the need arises, you know? What range are you most comfortable fighting at? I'm a close range fighter. I feel most comfortable at mid-range. I most enjoy fighting at long range. I want to be able to handle all ranges. No idea, anything goes. I think for me, I feel most comfortable in the mid-range. I think playing against friends that are grappler only players have really scarred my experience playing in the close range only. So I think I'm more comfortable playing in the mid-range. Does the idea of stances or multiple movesets in the same character sound appealing? I like the idea and it can help my game or sounds really fun. I would prefer to just play a character with one moveset. No preference. See, I like stance characters because I think their gimmick is really cool and it does also open up a lot of options for you. But the issue with stance characters is that you learn one moveset and then you have to learn another moveset. So it's like learning two different characters at once that you have to harmoniously use at the same time if they're a well-designed stance character. If the character's cool enough, right, I will try it out. But for the most part, I'm not really the biggest fan of stance characters. At least when it comes to playstyle. I like the idea of stance characters, but when it comes to actually practically incorporating that into my gameplay, I'm too tiny-brained. Are you okay with charge motions for your special moves? I like using them for a lot of my combos, spacing, and setups. If it was just for the occasional neutral/defensive use, they are cool with me. I want to use a character that has 0 charge motions for their special moves. No preference. I think I prefer quarter circle motions, so I think I'm going to go with I want to use a character that has 0 charge motions for their special moves. What is your preferred way of opening people up? The simple frame trap throw game, risk/block string pressure, command grabs, the high-low mix-up, the left-right mix-up, an unblockable setup, no preference. Doesn't matter with me. Doesn't matter with me. I have no preference in this. Just let me open them up. I'm cool with whatever option is available to me, that's what I'm going for. Are you okay with having set play in your moveset? I like the idea of set play as a basis for starting my offensive/neutral. I'm fine with set play as a way of setting pressure up on the opponent on knockdown. I'd rather have a moveset that has minimal to no set play. I think I'm fine with set play as a way of setting pressure up on the opponent on knockdown, because at least because the only set play character that I play is, again, Byakuya. Dude, why am I playing Guilty Gear Xrd2 when I could just go play Uni? Because I only talk about Uni characters. But anyways, with Byakuya, at least he has kind of a way to start his own, he can press a few buttons and then end in the web and then set up. So it's like you forced your own knockdown in a way. So I think I don't like the idea of having to put... So if I was to think of this in Byakuya, that it means I have to put my opponent in a web first and then I can start doing my cool stuff. No, I don't like that. It has to be on knockdown. It has to be on knockdown. Would you like a projectile? I want at least a standard full screen horizontal moving one. As long as it controls good space, it doesn't have to be full screen or horizontal moving. I want tricky, meter only, controllable, or some kind of unique projectile people have trouble dealing with. I do not need projectiles to win. Kid. No preference. As long as it controls good space, that's all I care about. Do you want a meterless or metered reversal? I need a DP/meterless reversal. Metered only reversals are fine in exchange for more neutral/offensive options. No preference. I don't care. I genuinely do not care. If I have a DP, I have a DP. If not, no. Would you feel comfortable managing resources while playing your character? Yes, please. I'd like a character that focuses on managing a resource. I'd like to manage a moderate amount. I am okay with some. No thanks. I just want to focus on my opponent and doesn't matter. I'm okay with some. I think it gets really maybe it's because I played some Blaze Blue before this, but I feel like there are times when it gets too much. So I think I'm okay with some. Pick the character resource type that sounds the most fun. Managing an additional meter sounds fun. Maybe something like ammunition, or summon projectile that I have to keep track of. Nothing special, I'll stick to the basic meter. I don't care. But I think if I had a preference, it'd be nothing special, I'll stick to the basic meter. How good do you want your vortex / knockdown pressure to be? The same options I would have starting a neutral block string is fine. I want to set play projectile pressure as they are getting up. I want to have so many mixed up options that the opponent will have to make a big guess on wake up or risk getting blown up. I like the sound of that. What tier of character do you want to play? So here's the thing. There's the ancient words, the wisdom of a player that came before me.
Yeah. I don't even like bar.
Where it's written in the video scriptures of just pick a top tier. Just pick a top tier. But I am always under the belief of this is how you should pick your characters. It's 1, aesthetic, 2, fit your playstyle, 3, just pick a top tier if you are still dead set on playing this game. So I think really for me it doesn't really matter as long as it fits my playstyle. But especially since I'm also not a competitive or tournament level player, right? So for me, it's most important that I'm having fun. So I guess any. But then playing a low tier also sounds miserable. So any but low, maybe. What's your current skill level in fighting games? I am new to fighting games. I have played some fighting games, or I've played Guilty Gear for a while. I am passionate about fighting games, either on a casual or competitive level. Don't factor my skill in, I'll play who I want. So I have played some fighting games or have played Guilty Gear, but I am passionate about fighting games. I think fighting games are a ton of fun, but I'm not on the competitive. Well, it does list casual there, so maybe I click that. I'm not a competitive level player. By no means am I a competitive level player. I'm super casual. Your result is Soul Bad Guy, and then close behind is Amelia Rage, Chip, and Johnny. Oh boy. I guess I'm playing Soul.